Hi everybody, it's Christina. Welcome back to Adventures in Polished Land and happy Friday. In today's Friday Reads, I have a quick reading update and then I thought I would share with you the books that I am carrying over into next year. So let's start with the reading update. I did finish The Color of Water by James McBride. I believe it was on Tuesday. I was glad to be done with this. This book I enjoyed. Its message, but I didn't really love the method in which it was written, and so I ended up just being okay with it. I will share more about my thoughts in my next wrap-up, which I fully intended on doing a mid-month wrap-up, but here we are past the midpoint of the month, so we'll talk about it at the end of the month. But thanks for sticking around, as I've only been posting these Friday Reads videos. It's just been a really busy time of year, so at least I've had a weekly update, and I hope you are enjoying these check-in videos. Now I am currently reading Home Fire by Kamila Shamsie. I am only 60 pages in, but so far I'm really enjoying it. The one thing about this book that I'm noticing is there are a lot of unknowns. There's a mystery surrounding our main character's brother and her father and her family history, and I don't really know everything that's going on. So I'm hoping as the book continues, we will learn more and more, and all of those holes will be filled in. Although I will say, when I went to Goodreads, this had a 1-star review from somebody that I really trust, and that made me a little nervous, but so far so good, and I hope to finish this over the weekend. And now let's talk about the books that I am carrying into next year. So for the remainder of 2025, I'm going to be focusing on reading my physical TBR. As you know, one of my goals this year is to keep my physical TBR at 5 books or under. I am currently at 11 books on my TBR, so I'm hoping I can get to 6 more books on my TBR by the end of the year, but I have already kind of eliminated a few as to what I want to read right now, and I thought I would share them with you, and I would love to know your thoughts. So the first book that I'm carrying into next year is The Lying Life of Adults by Elena Ferrante, and that is because I am in the middle of her Neapolitan novels series. I'm 2 books out of the 4 books, and I am buying those pre-owned as I stumble across them in bookstores, though if I don't find the 3rd one soon, I will probably buy it online, pre-owned of course. But I'm not going to start another one of her books until I finish that series because I don't want to get any of the characters confused. I know I probably could keep them separate in my head, but just for ease of my own use, I'm going to carry this book into next year, and I'm going to hold on to it until I finish her Neapolitan novels. Now, along the same vein, I have the Wind-Up Bird Chronicle by Haruki Murakami, and the reason I'm carrying this into next year is because it is a behemoth. It is, let's see how long it is. It's over 600 pages, and I would really like to focus on some of the other books on my TBR right now. I definitely want to read this next year, but it's not something that I feel the need to prioritize right now. And then the final book that I am bringing into next year, probably, is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I feel like this makes sense. We are currently at the end of fall, headed into winter, and maybe early next year in the winter I'll want to read a summer book, but for right now I think I'm going to focus on other things, and this will probably make a good read when it gets warmer outside or when I feel the need to go on a summer vacation in my mind, but I don't think that's going to be for quite a while. Those are 3 books that I am taking with me into next year's reading, and I would love to know from you what books you are planning to read next year, or if there are books on your physical TBR that you know you're just not going to have time for it by the time 2025 is over, so you're going to save it for the new year. Please let me know in the comments. I am also getting really excited to start making full goals lists for 2026 as well as TBR lists. I'm not usually a TBR person, but as I mentioned, I am hoping to read 1 book from every US state and territory next year, so I am definitely going to have to do some research and planning for those and set myself up for success. And I've really been wanting to get that project started. So I think I'm going to do that soon, and I probably will just make the video and share it as we get closer to the new year. So make sure to subscribe for that. I hope you're all having a good weekend. If you are in the US and you celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving next week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.